Hi, my name is Garo Dorian. I'm here to share some of my experiences directly with the Ascended Master, the light being known as Jesus, Yeshua. This being is known by many names, and preceding the name before it was born in this lifetime is known as Yeshua. I'm not going to go into those details. What I'm specifically here to talk about is my direct experiences with a being that I know directly as Jesus, and I'm just going to, for the sake of the video, just say Yeshua for the rest of the video so we know we're talking about the same person. I just resonate with that name more. I was baptized Armenian Orthodox, yet I wasn't ever taken to church, I wasn't ever raised religious, and I haven't ever read the Bible. So my understanding of this being that was talked about, still one of the most popular people known in history and still talked about very popularly today, known as Yeshua. I didn't believe in this being. There was a lot of evidence to prove otherwise of his existence, and so I, in my early 20s, started believing that he didn't exist, and there was a popular talk about a being, and there were teachings that were meant for other purposes, which I will not go into. Yet I had some anger and resentment I had to work out, and specifically I'm sure a lot of people still have a lot of hesitancy and resistance towards connecting with Yeshua. And I'm here to tell you, I didn't believe in Yeshua until I met this light being, until I met him. And that sounds very pretentious, yet I'm coming from a space of, my intention is to share that this is a being that's approachable, that loves you unconditionally. I don't buy into the doctrine of he repented for, he died for our sins. I don't believe in that, and I may get in trouble for saying this, but in all honesty, I'm here to share the truth, my truth, and what he showed me. In one of the experiences I've had where there was a dream, he was walking with this heavy burden in the cross, and he was walking, and it was such a heavy burden, it was dirty, he was tired, and he fell into this ocean. He fell into the ocean, Yeshua. As he fell into the ocean, he was clear and clean, and he came out of the water completely relieved, and from the association from being nailed to the cross. So I would like you to be present with this being that we're talking about, Yeshua, without any preconceived notion, without any history. I would like to invite you to connect with him as a being, as your friend, as a light being here to assist you in your spiritual awakening, remembering who you really are. And my further experiences with connecting with Yeshua, he was the first light being that ever came to me in my experiences in meditating. And it was a very subtle experience, and I remember it very clearly. It looked like Yeshua, had very dark features. In my mind's eye, I was seeing a being with long hair, a beard, wearing red, but not your traditional image of Yeshua, the blonde hair, blue eyes. And all I saw was his hands pointing at me like this. Just looking at me with a very loving, intentional way, and loving. I felt the love from his eyes. And so I thought I saw Jesus, and I thought that was awkward because I hadn't ever connected with this light being. I hadn't ever connected with this being personally. I didn't even believe this person existed, let alone why would he be visiting me in my meditation. And so as I continued to work and open up my energies to working with my own heart and soul, I started connecting with the archangels. And specifically, it was Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, and all these other beings of light started coming in very quickly in my experience, in my spiritual awakening. And in one of these experiences, I had the opportunity, I had a visitation from Yeshua, and I'll share that experience now. That I was laying down and I was meditating in the middle of the afternoon. As I was meditating in the middle of the afternoon, I noticed I was very deep state of my meditation, and I was laying down, And I was in between that sleeping and waking state. And if anybody knows, that's a really beautiful time to receive messages. That's a really beautiful time to receive experiences, downloads. As I was falling asleep in this experience, I was maybe a moments away from falling asleep, and immediately I had this feeling of this light just burst, and I looked up in my ceiling, and my eyes were focused on the ceiling, and all I'm feeling is this intense light. And I'm wondering what's going on, because I was all of a sudden jolted awake, and I could feel this aura of this light around me, and I'm looking at my ceiling going, what's going on, what's happening? As I'm looking at my ceiling, I see this being coming at me, approaching me, which is a completely filled with rainbow light. His whole body is made of rainbow light. And I'm seeing this being approaching me at the speed of light, the speed of thought, just as fast as you can imagine, approaching my body. And I'm wondering, like, what is going on, and why is this being coming at me, faster than anything I've experienced, and why does he look like Jesus, and why is he a rainbow? I'm asking all these questions all in my mind at the same exact time, wondering what's going to happen. As this energy came in, merged into my body, it blasted the breath out of me. I got my breath knocked out of me. I just felt this immediate rush of energy, this bliss. I went into samadhi, and if you're not aware of what samadhi is, it's this very blissful state, this union with God. I felt this union with Yeshua. I felt this energy merging with my body. And at the same exact time, I felt this energy just rush through my body and just extend out. As maybe, who knows how far it went. I had an experience of a woman that was on the other side of the street when I was meditating, yell out, "Oh my God," at the same time. So whatever happened in my experience, it affected everybody around me energetically. So I know this was real. I know this wasn't just a hallucination. I know I felt this energy. I went into this blissful state, and I stayed in this vibration for, I'm not aware of how long, yet I was in this bliss. I was in this state of merging with Yeshua. And it was a blessing, it was a gift that I received from him. And my intention for sharing this is that you have the opportunity, the availability to have that same blessing, to receive that same initiation, if you so choose to make it your intention to connect with Yeshua in that way. I have another experience that, another time when I was in a meditation, this was a deep meditation, I had a vision inside my meditation. And my friend, God bless his heart, he said anytime you receive any initiations, downloads in dream time or meditation, it's just as real as receiving it in this realm, in this reality. So for the longest time I was receiving a lot of downloads and initiations, not acknowledging them because I thought they weren't really happening in this reality, in this realm. Yet they were happening, and I was receiving the same blessing, but just not in this form, not in this realm. The next time I had one of the most profound experiences with Yeshua was I saw my golden energy field in my dream. It was my Merkaba, and I saw it as a golden sphere around me. And then I saw Yeshua's golden sphere, and it was large and bright in this golden white color. As I saw Yeshua approaching me, I saw his sphere of light, his Merkaba merging with my own, and I saw our energies becoming one into this golden light, into this merging with me and him becoming one. And ever since then, I mean, even after the experience of the rainbow, anytime I see Yeshua or I think about him, I'd see him in my mind's eye, be communicating with me, or just start crying anytime I'd see images of him, just my eyes pouring. And anytime I talk to people about him, people would experience his energies. And sometimes people would often tell me I would look like him. And I got this for, most of my adult life when I grew out my hair. I'm not saying I look like Jesus, I'm not saying I am Jesus, I'm just saying I have had the opportunity to connect with him a little bit more than most people, and I'm here to share that this is available for you as well. If you make it so, your intention to connect with him as a friend, as a being that's available to you. I will also say this, Jesus was born the Son of Man, not born the Son of God, and we're all born with that same ability to awaken like he did, like Yeshua did. And so that's what I feel like he was demonstrating, he was showing me. That we all have that capacity, that love, that light within us, that highest potential to reach, that highest state of being, like our God self, our Christ self. Because the Christ is the title, it's not his name. He was known as Yeshua the Christed one, Jesus the Christ. And so we can all merge and connect with our Christ self. And that's my intention. I'm constantly evoking and asking that presence of my Christ self to line and merge with me daily. And if that's your intention, please make that your intention every day to connect with this light being. It's available to you as a friend, as someone who's completely available to you and everyone. Please connect with me on Facebook. My name is Garo Dorian. Find this video. Please share it if you feel so inspired to in your heart. Like it. And I'd love to hear your feedback, your comments. Even if it's negative, I'm open. I'm here to receive. Thank you so much, and I look forward to connect with you soon.